World's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's good!
And homeward to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell! Deep right center field! Carrying! And it's gone! That one's hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over! What a live shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen of the XBL, welcome back to another AAA World Series showdown, spotlight, if you will. It's the World Series here, games 3 and 4. We're going to showcase them tonight for you. It's Mist joining me in the booth. Mist, how are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good, Slat. I'm actually really good. I'm excited about this series. We had such a really nice, tight, kind of an, if nothing else, in a very even first two games, and we saw a lot of personality with the pitchers that did well and didn't do well, and some of the back and forth, and it was just a fun start to this series.
Yeah, we got to see runs across the plate rather often for both teams, so definitely a fun start to the series. Of course, it was a split there. We saw each player come away with a victory, so a great way to open a World Series, a great way to get us, set up for a potential deep run. 6 or 7 games. We'd love to see some drama here in the World Series, the pinnacle of the AAA. So super excited to see how the series continues to play out, and just really happy to see both players kind of having things clicking offensively. Definitely makes things entertaining for us third-party, objective fans here in the league. So that's going to be exciting here to catch up on tonight. Didn't really have too many in-depth keys to the game aside from just what we've already spitballed on a little bit there. The only thing I would really kind of bring up is the baseball IQ stuff, which both players were okay with in the opening games. Maybe some some spotlight jitters, but their games have been casted already, of course, in the semifinals. So this isn't necessarily the first time that their gameplay is being showcased to the entire league, having an audience, of course, you and I casting the games. They've kind of been there, done that. So I think they've grooved in. They're a little more comfortable knowing that they're on the big stage, but that does also bring a little bit extra here when you're in the World Series. You know that everything is on the line, and you don't want to go down in the series if you can avoid it. So it's good to see, the player bounce back there just to make sure it's an even series here as we continue going into this third game. Just excited to kind of see how it rolls on.
Yeah, no doubt. I want to shout out a couple of guys in the chat. We got Vegan Vibes, who's a very well-liked player in the XBL. I think has missed a season or two. Should be storming back in here this season, so that's going to be really great to have him back. And then Legit Fire has been Legit Fire in the chat for this series so far. That's one of our newbies, so welcome to the the games 3 and 4 here. But this is going to be fun. I do think there was some wild stuff in games 1 and 2. You know, throwing to the wrong base, some goofy situations, and we had
Right.
a master diddle from Heisman right after I said he wasn't really quite at that level. So, yeah, it's been fun. I think we're going to continue to have fun here. This is something that begs for at least a game 6, but maybe even 7.
Yeah, it is interesting. Let me see if I can pop this open. We can try it here in a second. What I wanted to, oh, that actually might bring it on screen. No, it's gonna black you out for a second. All I was trying to do is bring up the box scores from last night's games, but that's not super important. I just saw that they were shared there in the Discord. Essentially, going in tandem with the Baseball IQ key to the game was Heisman's 5 errors. According to the box score in that 9-7 victory for Julio, 5 errors. That is a rather alarming amount, I would say. That might be a record for most errors in a World Series game. Not to put any negative juju out there, that's just a higher number than you'd really anticipate seeing, right? So, the fact of the matter is, you know, those 5 errors are behind us, and he's even the series. So that's neither here nor there. But it is interesting to kind of keep an eye out for, make sure as these games go on. That's something we're going to spotlight if we see it. Is, you know, we know general baseball knowledge. We know which base to throw to in most situations, and it can get complicated. So for those of you out there that are large fans of the game, or maybe you're new fans to the game and you're introduced to baseball just by playing Super Mega, you know, you can learn a lot just by playing organized or watching organized baseball, the majors, World Baseball Classic, etc., or just other people streaming the game and kind of get a feel for certain situations. So it's going to be interesting to see when things get gritty. If it's a tie game going into these later innings, those small, seemingly small decisions truly do matter and can sometimes make or break the game, especially at the higher levels here, the AAA. And, you know, when the nerves are at play, the baseball IQ comes into question and you're really going to be put to the test. So we've seen it a little bit already. We're going to have to see how players have maybe, you know, adapted or adjusted and kind of thought to improve upon the mistakes that they have made in the past, see if they can rectify them here moving forward. So with that being said, Misty, do you have anything else you want to chat about before we get Game 3 fired up?
Yeah, I got to welcome my guy Rise and Fall has just popped into the chat. That's an all-time great AAA guy. So it's nice to have Rise and Fall. But as far as the games, you're right. They threw the ball around. Heisman was kind of looked like a few steam throws going back behind the bullpen, which is, you know, something he can certainly clean up. But yeah, let's roll it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure all those were totally on him, of course. I mean, that amount
Right.
is a little egregious. I don't put all of that onus on him, but I just wanted to highlight that as a key talking point to the game. And also just quickly bring up the career head-to-head that these players have had during the regular seasons. Just season 18 and 19, as Julio, I believe, his rookie season was last season in season 18 there. And we saw a split in season 18. We saw Julio take the sweep this season, and you know, bit of a barn burner there in the first game, a mercy there in only 6 innings, followed up by a close 1-run game that Julio squeaked out in 9 innings there. So after the games during the regular season, after the games from last night, we are definitely needing to strap ourselves in here to see what happens in Game 3, see who takes the initial lead in the series, and then after that, kind of reevaluate, reassess, and see if the series can be tied up afterwards, or if there's going to be a major stake to taking a huge advantage. If you have a 3-1 series lead, I think your odds are just incredibly high to secure the series at that point. So Yeah, let's get things fired up here. I'll get game 3 brought up in just a moment for you folks at home, so sit tight. We will bring it up here on your screens momentarily. Alright, folks, game 3. Here we go. At the Corral, home of these Houston Stars, taking on Julio and his Bronx Aces.
Fans are flocking to their seats here at the Corral. Get on your horse and let's do the baseball thing.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 86.
Looks like we have a dusk setting here for game 3 as Julio swings at the first pitch fastball. A little bit late on the ball sent in from Johnny Junk, who is not messing around at all here. 2 quick strikes. Make it 3, a 3-pitch strikeout to start the game. That's a great start for Heisman.
Third baseman, number 33.
Yeah, this is one of those Heisman arsenals that you really don't see very often, but it's something he can handle quite well.
There's our first knock of the night there. Runner over at first with, I'd say, about average speed, but Otis Francis has a good amount of power. Wafts this one to deep left field. Oh, diving backwards and missing it completely. This is probably going to score a run. Let's see how aggressive Julio is. The lead runner's on the way to the plate. Halfway there, no throw. It's a 1-out triple here to start the scoring off for the Aces.
Yeah, and that's the first or second ball we've seen out into that deep spot. There's been a lot of talk about that spot. It's so far out there. There hasn't actually been a lot of balls hit over there, so that was kind of interesting. It was just so deep that the fielder couldn't even get there.
Yeah, it was hard to tell if a jump or dive was needed there. I think that it may have been. I don't think, I don't fault Heisman for trying to put a play on it as this ball's hit to deep left field and that short wall comes into play immediately.
Oh,
the
no.
ball sneaks over and it's a bit of a flash in the pan here. The Aces take a 3-0 lead right away.
Wow. Nibbles going off.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5.
Mist, you and I have chatted quite a bit on stream about that left field wall, and it's really kind of come into play here tonight already.
Yeah, it's so short down there, Zlat. This is about as goofy. I mean, this is as goofy as Founders is, as far as the dimensions are just completely bonkers.
Yeah, it's almost like an inverted Founders in a way. It's not quite as short of a porch to left field, but I mean, maybe it is. I don't have the dimensions in front of me. I know it is certainly the shortest point of the outfield here at the Corral. But yeah, that left field wall right at the foul line is really short and absolutely comes in huge there for the Aces as they send a 2-run shot over it. A 3-0 lead to start the game off here. We go to the bottom of the first. Heisman trying to keep their bats hot here with the leadoff single of their own.
Yeah, I've always said as Lat, and I don't know what the reasoning is, but in general, the SMB parks are much shorter to right field and all the way to right center than to left center, which I don't know if that's a major league thing. I have no idea why they did that.
Oh, a very veteran move there from Julio with the pickoff.
Oh, nice.
Ground ball. Ranches dives over, backhand stab, and throws it in time. Solid defense here from Julio. Yeah, the stadiums, they love the short porch to right. You're absolutely right about that in this game.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 12.
So leadoff single gets picked off and turns into nothing as the Stars go quietly 1-2-3. And the Aces will come back up to the plate looking to expand on their early lead here. If you're just getting into your seats, you missed a, I believe a leadoff or a single. I don't know if it's a leadoff. Might have been it was a 3-pitch strikeout to start the game, followed up by a single, followed up by a triple to deep left center. As this ball's caught by the second baseman and doubled off. Julio did not get back in time. Interesting. You know, we talked about the baseball IQ and the key to the game missed, and that is immediately coming into play here so far. We've seen a missed dive by the left fielder, which was difficult by any means, but it did allow a triple to score a run, and then also that runner was scored in the home run as well. We've seen a pick off. We've seen a runner doubled up at first on a line drive. I mean, we are 1.5 innings through this game.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about Julio is, as talented as he is, he's not the most experienced player. I'm not surprised he got hung up there. There's a lot of players that would have gotten back to first there. Most advanced players, you know, if that's Ox or, you know, basically any really, probably Heisman, you probably do get back. I know I would have gotten back on that, and I'm not the greatest base runner.
Yeah, sometimes it can be hard to read if it's going to sneak over that second baseman's head, but in any case, yeah, Heisman made him pay the price there. Made the right decision by not having to jump with that second baseman and made the right play. So after that's all been said and done, it's another quick 1-2-3 inning for the Stars. They are looking to get something going offensively, but they're going to have to do it first on the mound. This floater to first base, diving and making the catch. Nicely done out there at the first base side. For the first out here in the third. Julio lineup has turned over for the Aces. Sphere coming in. Taking 3 balls outside the zone. Probably sitting here. Does not have the green light, and it was a 4-pitch walk indeed. So base runner over there at first for Otis Franches yet again. He is walked in after making the defensive play, as well as I think he hit that triple earlier in the game. Sends another charge to left, but it's directly to Nancy Fox, who's there to make the grab for out number 2.
Yeah, got bailed out there. That was a great swing by Julio. Do want to call out one of our chat members, Delta's World, ran to the hot dog stand early in this game thinking there wouldn't be really anything going on too much. Gets back to his seat, and it's 3-0 Julio.
Yeah, there's a lot of action early, and their Stars are looking to try to get some brewing here in their own in the third. Gonna send a looping ball to right field. Ward does have the speed to track under it and take care of that routinely for the first out, as Herpy Derp finds themselves locked in here already. Retired almost every batter they've faced. This ball sent to center field. Julio's kind of ran in a bit too much, but he does correct it in time for out number 2. That'll bring Johnny Junk up to the plate. Hitting .429 in these playoffs. That's a little surprising for a pitcher. Sends this one on the ground, second base side, and retired. So 1 hit so far, but that runner was picked off at first. Heisman and his Stars are gonna need to get something going, as it's a bit of a colder start than they hoped for offensively. And Julio will look to continue to put the pedal to the metal here. This ball sent no play for the shortstop. It's in the gap in left center. It's going to be runners at the corners now with nobody out. They are quickly threatening yet again here in the top of the 4th.
If I'm Heisman, I'm erring toward that Julio's going after the ball. That ball cannot touch the plate.
Swing and miss at the off-speed, swing and foul at the second pitch. Quickly 0-2, has to try to fight the ball off. He gets caught up on the hands. Double play does come into effect, but those 2 outs are traded for a run in favor of Julio. It's a 4-0 ball game as this ball is skied to that second baseman. Bit of a rushed swing maybe. I think that pitch was well in the dirt, but either way, it's another run on the board for the Aces, a big one, as they lead this game 4-0. Swinging at the first pitch slider, Heisman loops that to center field, taken care of easily by Star out there. So we have bottom of the fourth, one out. This one back up through the middle. Branches not able to get a glove on that. They had a great defensive dive earlier, good enough for a mojo boost, but this time it was out of their reach. So Stars have that runner with solid speed at first base. Billy Strokes, the third spot hitting first baseman, steps into the dish. It's a pitch to hit, and they send this one to deep left field. It's tracking, but DeLome's under it. There might be a play at first. The runner thought it was a guaranteed hit. The throw is in time, and they're doubled up here to end the fourth.
Boy, that hurts when you're down, Slap. Wow. That was really rocked, but it's just so deep out there.
Yeah, it's a cavernous left field if you get out towards the gap. And Heisman, it's his home stadium, but must have thought it would hit off the wall or be good enough to be gone. And it really kind of sucks the wind out of his sails there, because he had that runner at first with good speed. You can see here just the reaction of the defender not really doing much. Yeah, Heisman just probably feeling like, what do I have to do right now?
Don't throw the ball near the plate. I think Julio's just swinging at anything, literally. He's just swinging.
Yep. A comebacker knocked down by the pitcher, but he doesn't get there in time. I think he had a play at first.
Yeah, he's given up already.
Sanchez, as you said, Julio continuing to swing.
Pitch right there. Yeah, throw a high curveball and let him get himself out. You have to be able to. I mean, Heisman is way too good to not be able to handle an aggressive hitter.
Nathan nibbles another curveball. A nice diving play by Manuel to save the inning. Gets out of the jam. And no runs across after the nice defensive play to end the inning. That'll bring up Billy Bombs here, looking to get some base runners on board for the Stars.
Bombs is the guy that's really come through for Heisman, so maybe he can get on track.
Hard hit, line drive goes foul. Count stays at 2-1. Bit of a dangerous slider sent down the third base side. Picked up by the shortstop, but Billy Bombs' speed is too good for that throw. It'll be a leadoff single here for the Stars. Manny misplayed the third baseman in the 5 spot. Steps in, takes strike one outside. Steal attempt from Heisman, the throw down. It was a low-metered throw, and it's not in time, so runner in scoring position now on an 0-2 count. And that's a nice pitch inside. Caught Heisman off guard, didn't even swing at it. So the first out has been collected here in the bottom of the 5th. This ball's looping and shallow. It's going to drop and score a run for Heisman. Wisely stays at first there. Make sure he wasn't going to get caught in a pickle, but first run on the board here now for the Stars. And this one's in the deep gap of left center. DeLome ranges over, dives, did not really have a chance at it. Yep, Heisman's going to continue running here. He's got a base rounder trade as well. It's a one-out triple, RBI triple to cut this lead in half. It's now a 4-2 ball game.
And now the same thing goes for Julio. These pitches cannot be on the plate if somebody's just, throwing the bat at anything. You have to recognize that.
This ball on the ground at third. The play at the plate is not in time. He's safe as he slides across. Safe at first. Everybody's safe. It's a one-run ball game all of a sudden. Heisman's going to sense blood in the water here. Pinch hitting now for the pitcher. It's Jackie Jacks.
Yeah, he's beating J-Ace at his own game, which is just swing at anything for the most part. Now he's looking a little bit more controlled.
Yeah, it's a 3-1 hitters count here. Composed, activated for Herpy Derp. Gives him a fastball over the plate. It's a line drive. Caught, actually. I misread that completely. It hit the ground, but they get the double play. A nice throw from the third baseman in time. Fired from second as well, so they take care of business and preserve this lead, which has gone from 4-1 in the blink of an eye.
Batting, the catcher, number 28.
Julio grounds out on swinging at a pitch well above the zone, this time taking inside. in this fresh at bat. That one to hit there just a hair late. You can see he wants that one back. Count falls to 1-1. Takes high and inside yet again. Paula Pickles, the specialist, has come in after the pinch hit situation in the previous half inning. This ball wide out to left field. Very, very unthreatening ball taken care of for out number 2. I believe that's SEC Speed. I didn't catch the name, but they get a 98 power swing on it. That'll be in the shallow center field grass for a single here with 2 outs. Jake Delhomme at the plate. First pitch prayer probably wasn't looking to swing, and he got a fastball down the pipe. Now quickly 0-2. Mind Gamer is active, as is Specialist. Throw over to first, keep the runner close. Count stays here at 1-2. Julio swings at a ball inside, up in on the hands, and flies out or winds out to that shortstop there. So strands the runner at first. Remains a 1-run ball game as we enter the bottom of the 6th.
Good job by Pickles there. She jammed him. I think Heisman is starting to realize that Julio's just almost guess swinging. And Pickles is really tough, so she can get the ball in on your hands with that screwball.
That's a strike.
1-1 count, fouled behind the plate. Goes 1-2 to activate Herpy Derp's K Neglector. This is high and inside. It's a little dangerous. This changeup is over the plate, and it's fired back up the middle. Heisman's wise to it, and that's a 1-out single here. Trying to keep this pressure up as the pressure meter is 3/4 full. It's Kelly Strokes at the plate yet again. Hits another deep ball. This one to center field near the track. SEC Speed has to take an extra step there, but does come up with the ball. 2 away here as Billy Bombs steps in.
Bombs is so dangerous right now.
Slider.
Cannot make a mistake.
Yeah, that's a dangerous pitch to throw. A slider crossing over the plate, but he gets away with it as it was actually executed really well. Just missed the zone. So a 3-0 count. Fastball sent to him, the third base side, past the diving third baseman. We're going to see extra bases here. Jake Delhomme fires it back into the infield. It's a 2-out double for Billy Bombs. Runners at second and third. That'll bring Manny Misplay to the plate.
That was the poorest pitch selection. With 3-0, you're throwing a cutter.
Oh, back up the middle. That's going to tie this game. Heisman's aggressive at the plate. He sends Billy Bombs, who has the speed, and they take the lead here. The Stars with the 2-out double take this lead here. It's a 5-4 ball game.
Yeah, Julio. This has been a weird game. Julio seems a little bit rattled on the hill. I don't know what he's chucking up there.
Herpy Derp has gone from locked in to tense. Approaching their 60th pitch here momentarily as it's a 3-1 count. Dylan Dirtbag takes high and inside for ball 4. So runners at first and second. Julio's got to be thinking about the bullpen here soon. As Nancy Fox steps in with the RBI Hero activated. Her stats are dangerous. Julio was trying to pitch a rounder. It's 2-0. He's running out of pitches to get away with. Finally hits the zone there. Great strike on the outside corner. He's going to go low and inside this time, and she's wise to it as well. Past the diving shortstop. SEC Speed's throw is going to come to the plate again. It's not going to be in time, and another lead is another run is tacked on for the Houston Stars as it's 6-4 now with runners on the corners.
Yeah, that's a tough break, those last. That was actually quite a good pitch. And Heisman did a nice job getting on it.
The steal attempt. Safe. The throw meter's just not being charged enough at all. There is the arm to try and get that out, but does not get to it. Delhomme has to range in on this ball. It's dropping quickly. It hits off their glove.
Oh, no.
And 2 runs are going to score. That is highway robbery. Big DEF is out. They are eating well tonight, folks.
You can't have that ball hit your hip like that. Come on, man.
And a slightly aggressive send here by Heisman. Not really that aggressive, just knows his team and speed so well. He gets another run across the plate. this game has completely fallen off the tracks for Julio. It's 9-4 now, as the second baseman is also unable to get to that. SC Speed misplays this. Runners are at second and third on that air out there in center field, so Heisman absolutely feasting here in the 6th inning. Sends another ball to center field. Speed makes a great diving catch to stop the bleeding after a 6 spot from Heisman and his Stars.
That was wild, Zlat. That was wild, but the home team fans are excited about this. And now Julio, who honestly, it doesn't feel like very long ago, had everything going his way. Heisman was the one loafing and lollygagging in the outfield, even on the mound. And now everything is turned around.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's not forget about, what was that, the 4th inning maybe? One of those earlier innings that you could just tell the body language from the Stars players. They were not hustling after balls that I think they had a real shot to continue try to make a play on, but either way, their offense has completely turned around here. The fire has really started to burn for them, as they now have a 9-4 lead here. As we get to the later innings, it's now the top of the 7th with 2 outs here. Julio chasing the Stars, and you're right, it did seem like the Aces had all the momentum in their favor. They scored 3 runs in the 1st inning. It was 4-0 at one point. And the strikeout there will send the Aces back up to the mound. Go to the bottom of the 7th here for Heisman. Completely turned over a new leaf in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, now he's got Pickles pumped up. She could finish this game the way she's going.
Swings at the first pitch for a ground out. Going to bring Billy Bombs back up, who watches a cutter miss outside. Does carry the fastball hitter trait and mind gamer, so Julio's going to need to be careful with their pitch selection here. The count goes to 2-0. Slider is going to catch over the plate, and Billy sends it back up the middle for the 2nd time tonight, maybe more. Certainly, he's had 2 singles up the middle. And so you've got great speed up first.
Yeah, those pitches haven't beaten Billy Bombs the entire series, and they're not going to beat him here with a bunch of momentum behind him. Look at the speed those lad on first.
Oh, a nice diving stop by Ranches. Play tossed the second for the first out, tried to turn 2, but the speed was just good enough. It was really a difficult dive there from the shortstop. But they do secure that 2nd out. Which does eliminate the speed threat, as there's a 3-1 hitters count now. The speed by the first base runner is rather average, and we're going to potentially see it come into play here as a walk has just been issued. That brings Nancy Fox to the dish, who yet again has RBI hero procced. Oh, she squared one up a little too well. Wasn't quite enough power on it, and that is caught out there in center to end the inning. But we head now to the 8th. Score remains the same. It's 9-4 in favor of the Stars.
Yeah, and Pickles is really feeling it out there. I'm telling you, this is going to be tough. But I think the Aces have nobody to blame but themselves. You know, Heisman is a nice hitter, but he's not an overly, powerful hitter. He's not. He's more relying on small ball. You can't be giving up 9 runs, 6 runs in an inning, things like this. I mean, I would say Heisman needs to be kept to 4 or 5.
The bad ball hitter. Oh, it's robbed there by Mann. I don't think it was leaving the park quite enough, but I think Mann made a great defensive jumping play out there to ensure that there was no shenanigans there on the hard hit ball by the bad ball hitting, first pitch slaying Nathan Nibbles.
Yeah, and as great as Pickles is cruising, you cannot give Jay Ace an opportunity here to get back into this. You've got to stay on top of him.
Oh, a solid swing there. Just wasn't enough. It's going to be caught in center yet again. And so we head to the bottom of the 8th as the Stars look for insurance here on their 5-run lead. It's going to be Disco Inferno continuing to throw here. The SPRP for the Aces. Greg Mock with the diving stab at second is good enough to retire the batter there for out number 1. Paula Pickles remains in the game here. Heisman has her at the walked-in mojo, so she isn't going anywhere anytime soon. She actually sends a hard hit ball down the third base side foul. Count is even at 1-1. Fans on a fastball is going to be faced with an off speed, but it's in a hittable spot, and yep, she sends it right back up the middle. That's a spot you really don't want to miss.
Yeah, I was going to say I can absolutely see her getting a hit there, and sure enough, she might even steal a base.
First pitch strike here on Inferno's 20th pitch. Now Red Reticle off speed. Evens the count. Lineup is turned over here for the Stars. Gina Scoops gets an off-speed ball, a curveball down in the zone to hit, but she skies it to deep right field. Just got under that one.
Good swing, just didn't quite get it.
Yeah, Vegan points out he didn't really miss. That's where he was aiming. You're not wrong. I guess what I meant is it's not a good place to miss, because typically you'll see those balls shot back up right through the middle as we did. This one grounded over to Ranches. Should be able to make the play routinely. No, the speed beats it out. I have to take that back. Good enough speed there. Shortstop doesn't get up in time. The runners at first and second. There is something brewing here for the Stars. They have Kelly Strokes at the plate yet again. She has had some big hits this game. 2-0 count. Fans on the fastball. You can see Heisman.
By her.
Yeah, wants that one back. Disco Inferno is impacted by this surrounded trait, and they're going to try and battle through this as it's a 2-2 count. Misses low and outside, so a full count with 2 outs. Should see runners on the move here. They should be queued up. Inferno's fastball on the way. Swung on up and on the hands. Grounded to short, and the side has been retired. Another scoreless inning, but it might just be too little too late here for the Aces, as they need 5 runs just to continue this ball game. And they're going to be trying to do it starting at the 6th spot.
Yeah, your fighting specialist, Pickles, is feeling good. She's locked in. Now, she is tiring quite a bit. That might be the only thing you can rely on, but there's still other things in the bullpen.
Julio swings and misses for strike 3, 1 away, as Heisman and the Stars are just 2 outs away from taking a series lead here. Quickly 0-2. This one shot into shallow center, drops for a base hit, as the Aces are going to need quite a few of those here to continue this game. It's going to be the 8th spot hitting Jake Delhomme. He's going to stay in, it looks like. I don't know what the bench hit bats look like for Julio at this point, but Steve Stryker, the closer, now entering the game for the Stars, making way for Pickles. The 100-mile-an-hour fastball in. Make it 2. Quickly 0-2. Delhomme gets a piece of this one. Shortstop gets a glove on it, but just knocks it down. As everybody's safe here, we're going to see a pinch hitter for Disco Inferno. And it's none other than pinch hitter, the pinch perfect batter. Oh, he sends this on a ride to deep center field. Got a chance, but it's caught right at the wall. No chance for a tag in advance. The arm is too good there for man, so just barely missed it. Needed a little more juice from Julio, and this game would have got a lot more interesting. This one lined to second baseman. Scoops reaches above her head to make the play, and game 3 goes to those Houston Stars.
Yeah, I didn't like what I saw from the Aces there. The plate discipline was complete garbage from a player that really can control the plate. And as great as it worked for a short period of time, it seemed like it came back to haunt him. You know, Heisman is too smart. He's eventually going to throw pitches in areas that he knows you're just going to get yourself out. So a great game by Heisman. A good start from the Aces, but got to credit Heisman for storming back there.
Yep, absolutely. Folks, let's get Game 4 queued up for you here. Give us just a moment, and we'll be back on your screens to bring you all the action. Alrighty, folks, Game 4 gonna be brought to us from Stade Royale, and one thing I wanted to highlight, Mist, real quick is, you know, we saw a huge 6-spot inning, a huge, flurry of offense from Heisman, and one thing I had to notice about that was Julio seemed to continue to pitch at one speed. Do you think he makes the adjustment here in Game 4 and maybe kind of slows things down or just changes it up enough to try to get Heisman out of a rhythm?
He does tend to fall in love with a certain pitch on his pitchers, so I don't think that's going to change. I do think he needs to locate better, and like I already alluded to, he needs to show at least some sort of an eye at the plate.
Yep, going to see a quick first out, but followed up by a hard hit single and a slider left over the plate. So we're going to have good speed there at first base as Kelly Stroke steps up. He's got a pair of home runs here this postseason. Would love to get another one here early, just as the Aces did in Game 3. Steal attempt. Really didn't matter as DeLome ranges in. Oh, almost an aggressive send there. A wide, hard turn at second base, but they're able to get back in time. Nice little base hit there. Runners at first and second. Vince Russo, the SP4, I guess, for the Aces, is going to have to run a little dangerous this game, running Wild Thing.
Yeah, no reason you can't pitch with Russo, but you've already got bombs up there with runners on. That's not good.
Yeah, he's going to have to navigate his way out of this. Oh, I thought the backdoor screwball was good enough, but the ump says otherwise. Must have been a couple pixels off. And so these bases are now loaded for Manny misplay. What a moment this could be.
Definitely needs to limit this to at least, one at the absolute most, two. Could possibly get out of this.
Yeah, there's 2 outs now after that pop-up to the second baseman, so Dylan Dirtbag's going to have to find some magic here. Try to get a run or two across the plate. Julio starts it off with the 2-0 count, and there's nowhere to put Dylan, so he's going to have to start throwing strikes as he leaves the screwball over the plate, but speed is there to put it away, and he navigates himself out of a tricky first inning.
That was actually a really good pitch. It was a screwball that wasn't really on the corner, but considering the count where he had to throw a strike, that's still a tough pitch to reticle up, and sure enough, he just missed it.
So Julio escapes this tricky situation there in the top of the first. He's going to try and get something going offensively as, you know, game 3, he started out with a 3-run blitz, but he ended the game just with only 4 runs. They all came in the early innings, so going to have to find a little more consistent offense here as the series continues. We know he can put the runs up. We've seen it in every game. But I'm sure he would love to get on the front foot here as he's now down in the series 2-1.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the currency exchange rate is here in Canada, but I think these fans paid a lot of money, and they want this series to run to even. So if nothing else, the Aces have, you know, a lot of fans behind them here.
Yeah, none better than Nathan Nibbles at the plate, the bad ball hitter. Oh, I've seen him put it over that outfield wall so many times. Sends this one, it's only 66 power, skied into the left field area as Fox is under it to end the threat. So just a single hit there as we exchange sides again. The Stars back up to the plate with Nancy Fox, the 7-spot hitter, leading us off.
It's going to be really interesting, Zlat, to see how well the Aces can do with Russo. They haven't really pitched all that admirably so far in the series, and Russo needs a little bit of help. He does have a lot of junk, so if he can locate, I could see Russo really making a run here.
Magic Man.
Yeah, I mean, Russo's stats are, they're okay, but given the fact that he has Wild Thing and Volatile is just gonna makes that first inning much more impressive. I'm sure Julio is probably, you know, a bit proud of how he was able to get out of it. The jam there as the bases were loaded, you know, if he lets 1 or 2 runs across the plate, especially with the Volatile trait, that's gonna knock your pitcher's mojo way down early, and then that's gonna really spiral the game because your stamina's gonna go faster. You're gonna have to go to the pen earlier, and that just really blows the game out of the water sometimes. But he was able to hold the forces at bay. He's done it again here in the second inning. Didn't allow a single base runner, so he seems to be cruising at this point.
Yeah, he's thrown a lot of pitches, Lat, but you know, if you can get 4 or 5 innings out of your number 4, possibly more than that, you know, that you have to win that game, period.
This ball sent over to Nancy Fox, takes care of it rather easily. That'll bring SEC speed up to the plate after 2 quick outs. Heisman kind of dealing on the mound himself, gives up a base hit there. 400 hitting Jake DeLome. Look at how is he doing that with these stats? I could never.
The first pitch prayer is making him look, but look at him now. He doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, he's okay. It's just hitting 400 for the playoffs is still impressive as he swings and misses on the fastball there. 1-2 count. Swinging and connecting. Shortstops throws on its way, beats him by half a step. And that will leave the side retired as both sides are equal in that hits and runs category here. No score as of yet. We're getting some hard hit balls this game, just going directly to the fielders. So it's just a matter of time as there's a screwball left over the plate, fouled behind it now. On an 0-1 count, slider's going to make its way up and hitting that outside corner.
What a call.
And then a fastball low. Good sequencing there from Julio. I'm not the biggest fan of the slider. I know some people are, but he's getting away with it so far, keeping Heisman guessing. And like you said, he has a lot of junk. Now he's locked in.
Yeah, Russo's kind of feeling it here.
Another backdoor screwball. Unfortunately, it's painted out there in left field. Really not much you can do about there for Julio. I mean, I guess just not pitch the ball there, but it is outside the zone, so kind of a feels bad moment there on that base knock here with 2 outs as Billy Baum steps in. Watches a changeup. We've seen him crush those before. Julio's thinking slider.
You can't let bombs beat you here. Even if you have to walk bombs, you can't let them beat you.
Swing and miss, strike 2 on a 1-2 count. Julio's going to continue with this off-speed approach here. Sets up for the curveball low and away. Heisman takes it. Count is evened up here. Slider. A great take from Heisman again to let this count go full. Runner should be cued. They are. Hit hard to the third baseman. A red reticle throw, but it's dug out nicely by Nibbles at first. Side is retired in the third. We go to the bottom of the inning with Russo leading us off here.
Quite a dig by Nibbles, known more at the plate, but wow, that was a big out.
Russo takes 2 balls outside the zone to get ahead in the count here as Deuces delivers. Make it 3 in a row. Russo is locked in, and he gets a 4-pitch walk on a pitcher on pitcher at bat. 4-pitch walk. That's surprising.
Yeah, Deuce is not happy about that at all. It'll be interesting to see how he does this half inning after that start.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, good enough speed out there at first. If you can get him in scoring position, this ballpark is deep enough in certain spots, but it may not matter. Throw to second, on to first is not in time. Tried to turn 2, but only come up with 1 on the lead runner here.
Number 33.
Ball that's inside.
Starting this count off 2-0 yet again. Throws over to first. Julio just late on that fastball. Sends this one over the third baseman's head. No chance at a play on it. And another single here. Things are getting interesting as Rancha steps in, one of the best hitters for the Aces.
And if I'm Heisman, I have to assume full bore swinging at anything.
As we see on the first pitch, on to second, over to first is not in time again. The speed is too much, so runners now at the corners. That's going to bring up Nathan Nibbles.
Number 17.
That's inside.
Another 2-0 count. The third one I think we've seen this inning. And he sends one to right field, but it's not hit hard enough. And Heisman gets away with that there as there was runners on the corners. The situation was starting to get a little prickly. Gets himself out of it and keeps this game scoreless, now heading to the top of the 4th.
But that was great pitching, though. When you think somebody's triggered, throw them a visible pitch high, and they will usually pop out.
Ball ranges out in right field for Hines Ward.
Number 18.
You take care of out number 1. Russo's continuing to deal on the mound. Getting close to 50 pitches here in the 4th, but he's already got 1 out. Gets away with 1 there. Another curveball in the zone. Hit hard, but Ranches is directly placed to deal with it. Fires over to first for out number 2. That'll bring up Nancy Fox with 2 away.
Interesting cat and mouse here. It feels strange that we have no score here.
That could change. Oh, Delhomme knocks it down. He jumped up and hoped he made a snow cone catch. Heisman aggressively going to third because the throw was wrongly sent to that second baseman. So Heisman takes advantage of the missed throw. And a 2-out situation. A ball that could have been caught, but big DEF rears its head yet again just for Julio. As there's now a runner 90 feet away from breaking the scoring open here in Game 4.
And Delhomme has been front and center in a lot of the drama in this series, and that was about as dramatic as it gets. It went from a catch to a triple.
Julio gets bailed out on the pop fly, just on the shallow center field grass there, so the chance goes awry there for Heisman. Runner stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the 4th.
Again, we're back to zeros, lad. I don't know how we're at zeros here.
Yeah, something's got to give here. I feel sooner rather than later.
Somebody's gonna bomb one.
Off-speed hitter, 99 on the power meter. Great dive, but just above the player. As this ball sneaks into the left field gap, it'll be a one-out double. And a solid piece of hitting there from Julio.
Extremely slow runner on second base. Might bail Heisman out.
Oh, the shortstop missed it. He bent over and did not come up with the ball. Not sure what happened there, but everybody's going to be safe as that trickles through the left field grass. Runners at the corners now.
Yeah, and that's not the first time we've seen that Stars shortstop looking a little bit decrepit out there.
Oh, you can see.
I don't know if there's a lack of speed or what.
Yeah, you can see how desperate Julio is to get this run in, swinging at everything so far. Quickly 0-2 in the count. Really poor speed at third base. Swings at one in the dirt to the shortstop. Is it going to be quick enough? On to second, over to first. It is in time. An inning-ending double play bails him out. Both players benefiting from big defensive bailouts as the game remains tied heading into the top of the fifth.
Yeah, again, we're back to zeros when it seems like we shouldn't be, but here's Russo wheeling and dealing on the mound.
Wheeling and dealing, he is locked in, carrying the volatile trait. Approaching 60 pitches, 58 on its way, and caught on a line at second base for out number one. Gina Scoops will step into the batter's box now. I think they're hitting 416. Yeah, another solid batting average. This pitch, dangerous, fouled down the first base side.
She's upset.
Screwball's going to actually come back in, and Heisman with a great take there. Check swing.
He has some great checks. He really does.
Julio's going to miss a changeup. Middle of the plate. Oh, it's inches fouled on the first base side. They'll have to do it again. Julio throws a slider. This one also going to be on the plate. And ultimately, Heisman wins the at-bat as it's a nice little single sent back up through the middle.
Yeah, and a couple of those takes led to a meatball, and Scoops now on first base with huge speed and distractor, and she's gone.
Yes, dealer trait kicks in there for her and secures a runner in scoring position, so Heisman threatening to do something here at the scoreboard, trying to be the first one this game to get something going. Ahead in the count, 2-1. The curveball falling in the zone, so evens the count. Swings at a changeup, fouled away, spoils a pitch. Julio goes fastball up and in. Great take again from Heisman on the check swing. Count goes full. And he seems to love to go to this slider, but it's not close to the zone this time as Heisman takes ball 4.
Russo still thinks he can get out of this, and I'm not sure that he can't.
Kelly Stroke steps in with clutch activated here as there's a 3/4 full pressure bar. Takes a fastball down the tube.
The pitch, Kelly.
She hits this one, though. It's back up the middle. Speed gets to it quickly. The throw's going to come into the plate. It's a play at the plate, and they're thrown out for out number 2. A really aggressive send from Heisman. I don't hate it. They had good speed, but it just seemed like the ball was gathered quickly by the center fielder, so he pays the price now. 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Billy bombs at the plate.
Again, Russo is still feeling good here. That's the problem for Heisman.
Oh, Billy gets one to hit, and he doesn't miss it as it's deep to right field. A couple rows back, and the Stars open the scoring up here. A 3-run jack, and they take the lead here in Game 4.
Yeah, wrong hitter at the plate at the wrong time, and we knew Billy B was going to, come through big at some point here, and that was it.
This one sent on a ride to center, speeds under it, but damage has been done. Russo could not escape a dangerous situation for whatever amount of time that was. The 3rd time probably this game. Finally bites him in the butt as he gives up a 3-run shot to right field for Billy Bombs. He's now going to be pinch hit for here. Out of names coming in.
Again, Names needs to come up with a single here. Ooh.
Instead, he just comes up with the ground ball to the first baseman. So that'll bring Hines Ward up to the plate now. Gonna have to really just see how Julio responds after going down, because last game, even when he had the lead, the offense kind of petered out, and we have not seen any since.
And now he's got to deal with Pickles, who's basically owned Julio this entire series.
Yeah, it's been his kryptonite, especially in Game 3, just shut it down. So the fact that she's out here in the 5th inning shows Heisman is very confident they can do it again, although they are on their 10th pitch here. Kind of need to keep track of the pitch count. She did go pretty deep last game. I think approached about 35 to 40 pitches, so he's not afraid to give her a long leash, and he's continuing to produce as it's 2 quick outs here. Speak of the devil, it's a base hit back up the middle.
Anything you can do to take some steam out of Pickles is going to help you. So just hang tough here. Ignore who's on the mound. Do what you do, because Julio's a great hitter.
Takes high and inside. It's a 2-1 count. Rancho's at the plate. Gets one to hit. It's kind of looped to left field, but there should be a play on it. Fox does track it down. And we will have to head to the top of the 6th with the runner stranded as the Stars carry this 3-0 lead. Dylan Dirtbag in the 6th spot will lead it off.
Yeah, I wouldn't get down if I'm Julio. 3 runs, considering how much runs have been scored in this series, is certainly not something that you can't overcome. And Pickles has been coming into this game early. So if I'm Julio, I'm not happy where I'm at, but I'm not panicking.
Leadoff walk issued to Dylan Dirtbag.
Number 13.
Brings Nancy Fox to the plate. Mentioned the reliever that's entered the game this inning for the Aces is Bobson. Doug Nutt, as a steal attempt goes, it was actually a hit and run. Played to second in time, over to first, just barely safe. Almost got the double play.
Center field, number 7. Magic.
Just need to get out of here with no runs scored, Lat. That would have been a nice double play, but can still get out of this.
Magic Man, the center fielder for the Stars, made a couple of nice grabs out there in the field, looking to help his team out here at the plate. Great speed at first base, sends one into right field. Ward slides but didn't have a chance at it. We're going to see that speed in action as they extend it. The lead runner another 90 feet. So we have runners at the corners as Paula Pickles steps in. Immediate steal attempt. It's a rundown, but it's a Little League steal. Oh, Heisman wisely secures. Both runners are safe here. Played a little pickle at first and second, then threatened the lead runner. Immediately retreated, and everybody's safe. It's second and third now with only 1 out. And it's immediately going to come off and pay off big for him here. As this is hit into the right center gap. Speed gets to it, but it's a 2 RBI double here. The Stars extend their lead.
The second baseman, number 1.
Oh, that one's threaded in between the first and second baseman into the grass. A good throw comes in, but Heisman yet again, wise base running there, advances the trail runner. So second and third, still only 1 out. And Doug Nutt needs to find an answer quickly. Quickly 0-2, changeup fouled off. Heisman continues to not chase many pitches here. This curveball finds its way in the zone. Shortstop gets a glove on it just good enough to knock it down, but no play. Everybody's safe. Another run scores. It's 6-0 Stars. Another base hit up the middle. Another RBI.
Now batting, the right
Yeah,
fielder.
you've really dug yourself a hole here, Zlat. Like I said, it was a good pitch, but there's so much momentum. You know, all you have to do is push a ball up the middle and you've got an RBI.
Yeah, Billy.
Now here's Billy.
Exactly. Billy's struck once this game. A 3-run blast to right field. Open the scoring. He's up again now. And it's 7-0. 2 runners on. Means he is the potential mercying run. Ultimately grounds to first. Throw is in time at second, but they cannot turn 2. So this results in runners at first and third. 2 outs. Julio begging for this third out to make its way. 2 great forked balls to get ahead in the count. 0-2. Another ball.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, just saw it off. It's another ball. Excuse me, another run scored on the sawed-off single up the middle. 8-0 now. Runners at the corners again. This ball dropped. Everybody stays at their station because there's crossed up on the reliever. Finally a playable ball for a routine third and final out. But it's another big inning of 5 spot for the Stars. They put 8 runs up in the past 2 innings. We saw that a little bit in Game 3. Heisman had a 6 spot to really cement his lead. Done it yet again here in Game 4, and Julio's going to have to battle back from an even deeper hole this time.
Yeah, and I don't think swinging at first pitch ball with your best player is going to do it here. Their second pitch ball.
Yeah, it's looking a little dire here at the plate. Julio's really going to have to take a couple deep breaths and try to walk in as Paula Pickles is still pitching on the mound. As we alluded to earlier, she has been kryptonite for these Aces. On the 1-2 count here, gets another ground out. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Stars. And that's great news for Pickles, as that means she's essentially guaranteed to pitch another inning, possibly 2.
Number 13.
Ball that's inside.
So we head to the top of the 7th. It's an 8-0 ball game in favor of the Stars, who do hold a series lead of 2-1. Third baseman dives. That was a awkward sequence there. It hit off their body, but Metalhead did not give them a chance to field the ball. Steal attempt here. Safe, a close play, but they beat the throw.
Yeah, that's at least I think 5th steal from Heisman this game. He's really been running the last couple games.
Pitcher number 12.
Yeah, and he knows, I mean, just because you have an 8-0 lead does not mean you're going to win the game. You really just have to continue piling the pressure on. He's 2 runs away from the mercy threshold. And some people, I think even Heisman maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the past Heisman had it seemed he was not in favor of stealing when you have this much of a lead. Maybe his thoughts have changed as he's in the World Series looking to secure
brutal
third
call
game.
out. That's a brutal call out, Zlat. You caught him.
Hey, he took advantage of it, and I'm a fan of it as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with it in the video game. You could make a case for it in real life. But that's not really why I brought it up. I just wanted to continue talking about Heisman's lead here. It's just a dominating 9-run lead at this point. He's got a runner at first with great speed. This one's skied to the shortstop, but just wanted to point out Heisman is 1 run away from a mercy victory here. He's put up 9 runs in the past 3 innings, and Julio running out of answers. He doesn't know how to respond. He's struggling to get things going offensively. He needs to buckle down, even just for the sake of, you know, keeping your hopes alive in the series. Even if you lose this game, you want to have something to hold on to, something, you know, a battle or a couple battles that you could say that you've won in this game. He's going to need runs quickly here. He's facing his His final 9 outs of the game. Does well to get a leadoff single. Trying to kickstart something here as Delhomme steps in. Swing to the pitch just inside there. 1-2 count. And a strikeout there for the first out of the inning. Carl Dandelton steps in, sure to be pinch hit for by the designated pinch hitter. Take strike one. Pickles just misses the zone there on their 30th pitch. Throws over to first to keep him honest. And the count remains even at 1-1. Pitch on its way. Sent to the right field side. It does find the grass there. So a pair of singles could have something brewing for the Aces as Heinz Ward steps in as the lineup turns over. Swings at a fastball just a bit late on it.
Yeah, the problem is there's nothing brewing if you can't control the zone. Now, he did get it lucky. He got a pitch there, but until Julio starts controlling the zone, you're not going to be able to score a lot of runs against quality pitchers like Heisman. And right now, he's pretty much just guess hitting.
Bases are loaded for Yao Sphere, who unfortunately did not have his stimulated trait proc. Heisman isn't messing around, senses what's in the water, and brings in Wendy Walker. So Pickles makes way. Curveball, fouled behind the plate. It's a 2-1 count here. The bases are juiced. 3-1 count, and they have walk prone as well. Surely you get something to hit here for Julio.
Or not.
Misses one down the pipe. That was hittable, but just a bit late on, so the count goes full. Wendy Walker pitch on its way, but it's inside Julio with a great take. Probably the best stone cold take he's had all game, and it walks in a run for Otis Sanchez now.
Wow, I thought that was a strike.
Sanchez has the count even at 1-1. Hits one on a line to the second baseman. Did not retreat in time. The plays at second, they're doubled off, and the potential shift in momentum is completely snuffed out there by Heisman's defense.
Number 11.
It got caught chasing again, unfortunately.
A tale as old as time.
Right, exactly.
For some of us.
It's easy to sit in the booth and talk about not chasing, that's for sure.
Yeah, I certainly have no room to talk there. I do it game after game. Heisman takes looping curveball low and outside the zone on a full count. So he takes ball 4 for a leadoff walk. Billy Bombs would love to send another one deep here. He's done it once earlier. Fouls this one back. So the count is quickly 0-2. Just barely missing the zone. Disco Inferno. Curveball. This one's deep to right. It's got a chance. It's caught just at that warning track by Heinz Ward.
That had a nice sound to it. Good trajectory. He just didn't quite get it.
16.
Almost feels like a ball that Metal had pulled back in to keep this game close. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but
there was a strong gust of wind from behind the right field wall just at the perfect moment there.
Right.
As tends to happen here.
That's all I'm saying. It was weather.
Yep, you can see those turbines or whatever they are off in the distance here. Back behind the right center field gap. So there's definitely some shenanigans in the right field area, no doubt.
You know, it does go back to Zlat, though. I think the biggest key that we had for this set of 2 games was controlling the plate, and one of these players controlled the plate, and the other, controlled the strike zone. The other one did not.
Number 17.
Yeah, it's been a difficult journey here in Game 4 for the Aces offense. They've had their moments. You know, the last inning they had the bases juiced for a little bit, just could not find a payoff pitch. And they've been really searching for it ever since the first couple innings of Game 3. They started off strong. They had an RBI triple followed up by a 2-run home run in Game 3 in the first inning. So most of their offense feels like it came a long time ago, but Nathan Nibbles earns a leadoff walk here in the 8th inning. This game is not over. They do have some outs to work with as there's the ball hit deep into the right center gap. That is going to be an RBI double, potentially triple. Let's see how aggressive Julio is on the base paths. Oh, he's lucky the fielder had to come in to hit that ball because he might have been caught dead to rights, but ultimately finds his way safely back.
I think he had third base, but regardless, the important thing was to not get out there.
Exactly. Yeah, the outs are really the most valuable resource at this point. So an RBI double by the Aces cuts it to a 7-run deficit. They do strike out looking there on a nice fastball up in the zone. So SEC Speed will step in now.
Walker is pitching a nice game. She's hitting corner. That was hit nicely.
Yeah, it's caught at the track. Sounded good, but started to die just a bit early. So DeLome will have to step in now.
Number 38.
Julio has had a lot of 2-0 counts this game. Heisman has not really thrown too many, you know, he hasn't missed his spots that much, really. I think he's tried to fish early in at-bats, and it's really paid off here. You can see he's prevented quite a lot of runs. I mean, he's allowed 10 hits, but only 2 runs to cross the plate. I think they're happy to be in this position here, and Heisman's offense, of course, has clicked. So the plate discipline, as you said, controlling the plate has been the difference between these two.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you have to be willing to take a few balls that you could have hit, and it doesn't seem like Julio's willing to do that. You know, it's not the worst thing to take a ball down the middle that you just didn't react to or didn't pick up well, but you can't just start swinging at anything because, yeah, you can beat some bad pitchers with that. You know, they don't really pick up on your patterns, but you're not going to beat Heisman or any of the top AAA pitchers by just getting to the ball. Getting to the ball won't get you anything once they know that that's what you're doing.
Yeah, Heisman seems to have figured him out quickly and early after, you know, giving up, like I mentioned, the Game 3. After it started, Heisman kind of reeled it in and has really shut it down. He's walked things down, and he's now 2 outs away from claiming a significant series lead here. Of course, the Stars did come out victorious in Game 3, so they hold the 2-1 series lead, looking to push it to 3-1. Just 2 outs away.
Yeah, and I would keep in mind, Zlat, that these two did actually play in the increments that we're casting, which is 2 games. And I think tonight they're going to record and play the series out, but I could see Julio. Julio was much better than this. Julio can hit. He's lost his mind here.
Now
I'm the king of losing my mind and just going into the garbage bin for 3 or 4 games. But there's going to be some space between this game and the next games and set. So I could see Julio turning this around. I mean, he has to know that he's just swinging at stuff off the plate. I mean, he's freezing it every time.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the differentiators to see if Julio makes the adjustment needed. As Slide there is not able to come up with it in left field, so this game does stay extended for another at-bat. It's going to be Nathan Nibbles as well, the most dangerous hitter in the Aces lineup. It's not over till the fat lady sings. She's not singing yet as Nathan sends this one to right field. It's misplayed. And in a closer game, that would have been a catastrophic moment. For now, it's still big as 2 runs cross the plate. It's a 9-4 ball game, but there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, and the thing is, he's already used Pickle, so Striker is really his last best hope. It is a tough pitcher, but I think it's a pitcher that Julio can handle.
RBI Hero active. Like I said, in a closer game, this would be such a big moment because this batter also carries clutch. And somehow that pitch missed. I thought it clipped the zone. Apparently not. So first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah, that was just high. That was a great eye for Julio. Oh, boy.
If that ball's connected on, we are perking up. Unfortunately, it's a grounder to short, and it's snuffed out again. Another victory on the night for the Stars, and they do officially punch the ticket there to take a 3-1 series lead.
Yeah, the number of hits are, not much of a difference there. Julio made a good run at the end. I just think he didn't give himself a chance with his eye at the plate. It's hard to do against a really good pitcher like Heisman, but you just have to do it. And that's how you improve, is you start to really be able to hone that zone. And I think the Aces are capable of quite a bit more. They did do some nice things, and they're still in this series. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think something I mentioned in the middle of the game after Heisman had claimed, a 9-run lead or whatever it may have been, was, Julio just, if they didn't make the epic comeback, they still just needed to find something to kind of call a success there in Game 4. And you could say that 9th inning they're getting a couple runs. I mean, granted, they realistically came in based on the air in right field, but started to get better contact on some of those balls. As we talked about as well in that 9th inning, I mean, he was swinging at everything almost all night. So Heisman picked up on that very quickly. That's how good of a pitcher he is, and he's able to recognize your habits and try to take advantage of them, of course, So going to have to see if Julio makes the adjustment going into Game 5 and the rest of the series. You can't get down that much that early. I think he had the lead, but when he found himself down, it was 5+ runs at a time, and that just feels so daunting against someone like Heisman.
Yeah, and I think the key thing is when you're somebody who's done as much as somebody like Julio has done, it's not that big of an adjustment. He just needs to tighten up that zone. Everything falls apart when you're not hitting. So yeah, his pitching wasn't great, but I do think if he can pull his hitting together, he has enough pitching chops to hold Heisman at bay. Heisman is not a top-end hitter. He's a nice hitter, but he's not a top-end hitter. He can be held down if you pitch well, if you're focused, if you're not concentrated on your offense too much. We saw Heisman run wild because I think Julio was often, licking his wounds.
Exactly.
And, Heisman is smart enough to, every time that happened, it seemed like as soon as pandemonium broke loose, Heisman was always running every time. And I don't think Julio reacted to that. And I don't blame him at all. I do the same and worse. But I just think he needs to pull his hitting together.
Yeah, I think another saving grace, if you will, for Julio is we saw his reticle placement wasn't really that bad. It was just like you said, the plate discipline. He was really expanding the zone too much. So that's harder to reel in, the next day. But we've also seen the elite hitting he can provide and the data that he's put in, the runs scored during the season. He's definitely got some juice in his bats. He really just maybe needed to kind of take a breath and slow things down. Instead, we saw him swinging early in a lot of at-bats, and ultimately, Heisman just kept fishing on the edges of the zone, and it was working. So I think there's some adjustments for sure for Julio to be made, but we also know his pitching isn't, it's not the best. It's okay, of course, but his run prevention is really probably offense himself, right? There's just some play styles that are like that. And so I think we saw in Game 3 when he got those 4 runs. He also had other opportunities. The comebacker to Heisman's pitcher. When Heisman, I truly do think his pitcher had a play at first and instead just kind of gave up on the ball. You can sense that things were not going Heisman's way, and he was just in a spiraling mental state. Those are times where Julio really kind of needs to find that third or fourth gear offensively and just continue pounding things, because Heisman did that on the flip side. When there was blood in the water, Heisman is doing that in games 3 and 4. So we know Heisman can do it. We know Julio can do it. He just didn't find the right answers at the right times tonight. So a solid effort there from Heisman. The most consistent player of the evening for sure, and definitely deserving so far of a series lead at this point, I would say.
Yeah, you nailed it, Zlat. That this was absolutely the case of a wily veteran taking care of business against an extremely talented youngster that still has some things to learn. So it's not over. Julio could still adjust and just take over. Like you said, we saw him right on the verge of taking over at the beginning of Game 3 here, and then things kind of spiraled downhill. So it's been a fun series, and it'd be interesting to see where this goes.
Yep. Still a lot on the line. Still a lot of potential drama to play out. Heisman's in the driver's seat, 3-1 series lead, but he needs to find that fourth and final game. Sometimes just the pressure, the sheer awareness of being in that spot is too much to handle. And I'm not sure where the series is going to go. I think Heisman is enough of a veteran to put a cap on it, but Julio's going to put up one heck of a fight. So we're going to see how that plays out. And yeah, as soon as those games are made available to us, folks, we will be announcing the next broadcast. Thank you for both players for getting these games in. Thank you to Julio for providing the recordings, of course. And, good luck to both players in the rest of the games for this series here. Any other final parting words, Mist?
No, it's been a fun series. It's not the worst thing to see the veteran playing so well. But Julio's put up a good fight. This last one wasn't his best game, but he's a great player, a really talented youngster, and could turn it around. So I think we could possibly see the cap to this on Sunday. I know God's Unicorn was looking to stream some, and we don't know how many games are going to be left, but I look forward to it, and it's been a fun series, and season 19 was really fun. Season 20 is getting ready to start, so if you haven't signed up, make sure you sign up, and that's right around the corner. So a lot of excitement in the XBL.
Yep, yeah, it's great to mention the season 19. The pipeline really for season 20 start. Season 19, of course, is what we're watching the culmination of here. Season 20, we're looking to end signups on Sunday, July 27th at the end of the day there. And then we're going to open up roster submissions the following day, Monday, the 28th. Gives you about a week, I think, for those rosters to be due, which will be Friday, August 1st. Of course, the roster tool has been available for some time now, so definitely want to familiarize yourself with that. And then we're slated to start opening day on Saturday, August 2nd. So please, if you have any thoughts of joining, of signing up, make sure you fill out the form in the League News Post, because that updates live on our website and tells us everybody that is interested in officially planning to play in the upcoming season. That also helps League Office get a better idea of where to maintain ego levels. We don't anticipate them changing for any of the leagues at this point, but it's just good to have player pool sizes as early as possible. So we appreciate if you guys are able to get that step taken care of on your end. And with that being said, folks, yeah, season 19 end is right around the corner. Hopefully this weekend those players can get these games in to cap off what has been an epic and amazing season 19. Until then, Mist, I appreciate you. Thank you to joining me in the booth tonight, and we will see the rest of you guys later on. Have yourselves a great rest of your night, and enjoy your weekend.